If that's the case, then we still have to be specific as to where we are on the timeline, because
we have the same conversations every time we talk.
This guy's
We literally had this last
right.
week.
So let's wrap it up for the people, yeah, because I think they're getting
No. So just to respond to the point, yeah. You said
you have a double standard. You have a double standard.
You said there's been a country called Palestine.
I don't care about the name. I said it's sham.
We don't even one Palestinian leader. Give me one example of Palestinian, like something that would unify.
What do you mean, like? So I don't get it.
That's
a fallacy, man. That's a fallacy. That's a big fallacy.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to show you something, Mohammed. I'm going to show you something that's very special to me.
What is it?
It's a Palestinian coin. Yeah, from the British mandatory period. Yeah, little prop. I bring props to debate.
Is that a
so
gift?
What does this say?
It says Fلسطين.
And what does it say in English?
Palestine.
And what does it say in Hebrew there?
Fلسطين.
It also says, no, you're right. Now flip this over. Flip this over. What does it say here underneath?
1927.
Sorry, wait there, where are we? There. See next to where it says Palestine or Palestina there in Hebrew? What's those letters?
Which ones?
Arab, Hebrew. It's an Aleph and a Yud.
Let me see.
It stands for Eretz Yisrael.
So what?
During mandatory Palestine, the only time there was a region that was actually called Palestine, with the exception
So what about the name? Who was inhabiting the land? You keep changing the discussion.
Jews have always. So these two.
When is always? Go on. Tell me. When is always? When did Jews constitute a majority in that region?
So
when was the last time? Before
1850.
Sorry, let me be more specific with the question. Before the mass influx of Jewish immigration into the area which is now called Palestine or whatever, which was then called Palestine, yeah? Let's say before that period of time, when was the last time Jews constituted a majority in that area?
So again, the area is really important. So Jerusalem, since 1850, the Jews were the majority population. At least.
No, not Jerusalem. I didn't ask you about Jerusalem.
Perfect. This is the thing. This is why borders are really important. You don't like to talk about borders, but they're really important.
I don't like to talk about it.
British mandatory Palestine included Jordan and Israel, as we discussed last week. Jews were a minority population, and they were awarded.
No, when were they a majority in that region? In what is now, for example, what is referred to in the vernacular as Israel? So when were they the majority of that region?
Again, I'm trying to answer your question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So within British mandatory Palestine, they weren't the majority.
Okay, good.
I'm saying that. And
so when was the last time they were the majority?
Before in all of that region, it would have been, and even then I don't know.
In all of that region, yes.
Majority, but that would have been going back 2,000 years ago.
2,000 years, okay. Yeah. So if, for example, you have a Norwegian guy. Wait, hold on, sorry. Hold on.
A straw man.
No, it's not a straw man. If
you actually listen to my argument?
You have a Norwegian.
Mohammed, this isn't my argument.
Why is it your land?
Argument.
Why does it belong to you?
This isn't my argument.
So what is your argument? What is your argument?
Really simple.
Yeah, what's your argument?
It's really simple. When the colonial powers took charge of the Middle East after the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, the majority of the land was given to the majority population, the Arabs, yeah? So Syria...
It's not given, that was the natural default. They were already there, they inhabited that land.
It's called the...
What are you giving? What are you talking about, man?
Because
they weren't transferred from everywhere.
The Turks didn't complain about the Ottomans controlling the area. No Muslim complains that the Ottomans were there.
No Muslim. I think that's a broad statement. There's 1.8 billion Muslims. You haven't heard all their testimonials.
You're right. Most Muslims in this park that
come on, man. You haven't spoken to. Have you done a survey?
I haven't done a survey.
So stop talking nonsense. Just get to your point.
Okay, I'll ask you. Do you believe that the Ottomans had a right to be the caliphate over that?
By the way, the Ottomans were not known as a caliphate to the majority of Islamic scholars. By the way.
Do you believe they were?
I don't even know if they were a caliphate, a legitimate caliphate.
Well, they had a caliph.
No. Then in that case, they weren't called the caliphate. They were an empire in the same way as the British was an empire and all these things. But I would have said at that time.
Did you object to the?
I wasn't alive at that particular time for me to object.
But you objected to the Israelis when you weren't Israelis.
I'm alive now, and Israel's relevant today. Go ahead now. Tell me the reason. Now, why you think it's okay, legitimate for you to make a secular argument in your position, a secular argument advocating the rights of a people to come back to their quote-unquote homeland, which is defined as a homeland because 2000. Wait, hold on, sorry. Let me finish. No, hold on. I'm just asking you a question.
But that's not what I've
okay, fine. You said you've done a secular argument, yeah? You're not talking on religious terms, yeah?
But okay, the argument you're constructing is not what. Why don't you actually? I'm
not constructing an argument. I'm asking a question.
You're saying, and I'm saying
let me go back 2 steps and ask the question without putting anything inside of it. Question. First question: do you believe that what is now referred to as Israel is the homeland of the Jewish people?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. If you believe in that, why do you believe in that?
Because that's how it defines itself.
How?
Okay, so again, to come back to
No, hold on.
Yeah, I'm trying
why?
to answer your question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe in the right of peoples to self-determination. I believe in Arab self-determination in all of the states. I don't necessarily think they have the right rulers. I don't think maybe the Hashemite family is the best rulers.
I don't care about this, man. I'm not here to protect the Hashemites, by the way. You keep telling me. I'm not here to look. I'm not an ambassador for the Saudi government.
You have to let me answer
Go
in
on.
my own words.
Go ahead.
I know. So I believe in the right for people to self-determination. Woodrow Wilson's 14-point principle.
Yes.
I think they're great.
Yeah.
And I believe that the Jews are an indigenous people in that land, just like many Palestinians were indigenous to that land. Therefore, I believe in the right for the Jews to self-determination.
When? 2,000 years ago?
No, 48.
No, when they're an indigenous majority. That's why I'm asking the question.
Who's talking about majority?
Of course we're talking about majority. That's how we determine things. Look, no. If you're saying I'm a minority in this country, there were black people in this country since the early medieval period. No Africans have come and said, I'm going to come here and this is our country. Come on.
Do you know how
it's actually ridiculous.
the land was partitioned?
Which land?
Israel, West Bank, Gaza.
You can educate us instead of asking me a knowledge-based question.
Okay. So,
go ahead.
In my understanding,
we're talking about after 1948, yeah?
Yeah, so this will have been the 47. This will have been the 47.
It's a partition plan.
Which was based off the village report.
Okay.
And the village
then you had the war.
The village report showed where you had Jewish communities and Arab communities in that region. The majority of the Arab communities were in the West Bank, yeah? Okay. Gaza wasn't as densely populated as it is
in 1947? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so, but that's the question. Why was that the case, though? Go on.
The Israel was carved where the Jews had
was carved,
population. Yeah, when the Europeans drew the lines on the map.
So you're happy with them drawing those lines?
Mate, I'm happy with Europeans.
Yes, like yourself. You're a European, by the way.
I was born here, so yeah, that's fine. I'm a European.
Yeah, I just wanted to make that very, very clear.
Where's my people originally from, Mohammed?
Where's your people?
Jews.
Which people are you talking about?
The Jewish.
The Ashkenazi ones or the ones that look like me?
All of them.
The ones that look like me were from the Middle East. The ones that look like you are from Europe.
And the really?
No doubt about that. So and when I did the DNA test, I did an ancestry test, yeah, and they said I'm 5% Europe. They actually defined it European Jewish. They defined it like that.
Do you know why they define it like that?
Tell me why. Because you came from Europe, that's why.
No.
And you intermixed with European peoples.
We definitely intermixed with European people.
So you're European.
But we didn't come from Europe.
So are you telling me that? Are you telling me that? Sorry, are you telling me that people as white as you are, are indigenous? Like your composite, your genetic composite, represents a Middle Eastern composite.
So I'm trying to answer the question. Have you heard of the Kohanim?
Which were Kohanim?
Kohanim or the Cohens. Actually, my surname.
Okay. No, don't speak to me in Hebrew because I need to brush up on that.
You did it to me with the Mayans.
So fair enough. Go on.
The Kohanim are the Cohens, so the priestly caste. Within Judaism, you had
class.
You had the tribe of Moses, and you had.
I believe this is fake, by the way.
You have Harun, who was Moses' brother. Yeah. And he was the first high priest of the Jewish people. The descendants from that line are called the Kohanim, the Cohens.
You look like an Anglo-Saxon or a Viking.
Mohammed, can you actually listen? Can you actually listen to a point? Can you actually listen instead of just like being the funny guy?
Norwegian. If you went to Iceland, I think you're an indigenous
listen.
Mohammed,
listen.
let him answer you. You ask a question.
And you look like you're from Siberia.
Mohammed, don't worry about that.
He does.
You ask a question, don't be an idiot, and get him give an answer.
Listen.
Come on, let him
Fair
answer
enough.
you. Don't be...
Listen, Mohammed. Listen.
Yes.
You have the Kohanim, they descend from Aaron. We have Kohanim in all different groups of people. We have them in the Ethiopians, we have them in the Yemenites, we have them in the Ashkenazim, the Ashkenazi Jews, we have them in the Sephardi, the Spanish and Portuguese Jews, we have them in the Eastern Jews, which is really just be called Jews, but Mizrahim.
Well, I've heard that the Sephardims are mistreated there, and the Ethiopians.
Stay on topic. I know you find it hard with your ADHD to say on topic, but just stay on topic.
You're the one that was shouting like, did you see that? Did you see that? Were you there?
People on the camera, I'm not getting the answer.
They're all equal in Israel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just give the answer.
Yeah, are they all equal in Israel?
For the people on camera, and Mohammed, if he chooses to listen, The Kohanim in all these
I'm
different
listening, I'm
areas,
listening to you.
This Jewish tribe in all these different areas share the same DNA. So you have.
Have you done a DNA test?
I've done a DNA test.
What did it go? Please
So
tell
I'm
me.
bringing it
Please
to the
tell me what
park
it showed.
next-
What did
I'm
it
bringing
show?
it to the park. I'm
Yeah.
bringing it to the park next week. I'm waiting for the.
Show me
results.
the. Oh, you don't know yet.
Do you?
Oh, okay.
Mohammed,
Tell me
don't
when you get
hear
it.
the answer, do you?
Can I answer the question?
I'm just asking about a
For
DNA
Allah's
test,
sakes.
man.
For Allah's sake, let him
I've done
answer
a
the
DNA.
question.
Wallah.
Cool. So answer the question. Can I answer the question? Answer the question.
So, all of these Jews, yeah, that belong to this same tribe, look very different.
Is it?
If you go to an Ashkenazi shul, they look
Because
like
of
nothing.
the whole intermixing in that.
And
That's
so
why I've got a bit of
if
Jew
you
in me
go-
as well.
If you go to Ethiopia,
But how did that happen though, man?
So
How comes I've got Ashkenazi Jew in me? How comes? How comes it says I got 5% Jew? How did that happen? Tell me.
You're going to have to ask your mother. You can't-
I asked her. I asked her. No, I want to know because I'm actually genuinely now. It's not a debate no more. I'm actually as a point of inquiry. When did this happen? I mean,
Jewish or Ashkenazi Jewish?
it was European Jew. It says European Jewish. What?
How long have you been Egyptian? There was an Ashkenazi Jewish community in Egypt.
So did they intermix?
There was definitely
She could've
Muslims and
converted.
Christians in Egypt who converted into Judaism.
I don't think that happened, man. I think it was more to do with like intermixing with like a Jewish woman and a Muslim man.
It could have been a Jew that married out. Yeah, it could be a Jew.
That's
that
probably
apostated
more
and
like it.
became a
In a Muslim majority country.
Possibly for someone who sees the world in your way as an Islamic supremacist, then you would see it that way.
Okay.
But
I believe that it's more likely because Muslim men are allowed to marry Jewish women.
Yeah, but many Muslims have converted. I've got Muslim friends who've been to the park that have converted to Judaism.
What, that black guy with the thing? Which one is it?
I don't think he's converted to Judaism.
Which one is it? I
You're
want to
talking
know.
about Ismail.
Yeah, him.
He wears. I don't know the name of the traditional garb he wears.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's converted to Judaism. But to answer your question, you have Jews that belong to 2 minutes. You have Jews that belong to the Cohen, the tribe of
Yeah, go on.
that look completely different, but they have the same DNA. Mate, I'm talking manners. I don't have time either, and I'm more
The time
important
is
than you.
4:30. Goodbye.
Other religion waiting for me. I'll make it a lot of the.
It smells of alcohol.
A lot of tea. Can I say something?
Them saying. Yeah. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
And I say something. All of us, you know about a lot of the religion, everybody they shout the religion, scream the religion. Religion is Muslim is the best one. So
Now leave him on.
then
Anyways, yeah. All right. Let's finish. Let's wrap up.
Okay, can I just finish? I just want to finish my point. I want you to explain why a black Jew from Ethiopia has the same DNA as a white Jew from Poland.
Maybe there's something to it. Just like me, I've got some DNA as well.
So you want?
I speak it in a fair language.
I got that
People
DNA.
saying the same thing.
I'm a whole
Good night, Wes.
I know.